Hey guys, welcome to another episode about Openssl. Today we are going to talk about encryption and decryption of a single file, using by nothing else but passphrase. So in what case this technique could be useful? Let's say that you don't want to deal with any kind of key files, and you want to pass some piece of data safely from point A to point B. So what you can do? You can use Openssl to encrypt that piece of data using passphrase on point A, and then when that piece of data arrives at destination point, you are going to reverse that process. You are going to decrypt that piece of data using very same passphrase. But what is the catch in this process? In order for this to work, you have to use exact the same algorithm in both cases, both on encryption side and on decryption side. And in order to see all of supported encryption algorithms that Openssl could provide, type Openssl, enc and list. There is a lot of algorithms in here, and a lot of things could be said for every single one of them. But for now, we are just going to experiment with this one, AES 128. And on the left, I have a simple txt file with this small content. Now, in order to encrypt this file, what we are going to do? We are going to type Openssl enc for encryption. We are going to use AES 128. We are going to use in our example file, and we are going to use key out, and we are going to call it enc.txt. Now I'm going to press enter. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have to type this very same passphrase once again. All right. And we have our encrypted file. Let me show you. This is our content. Now, in order to decrypt this piece of data, we are going to use once again Openssl enc for encryption. We are going to provide D key for decryption. We are going to use a very same algorithm, so AES 128. Now, for input, we are going to use our encrypted document, so enc.txt, and for out, we are going to create another file, DEC, for decrypted txt. I'm going to press enter now, and now we have to provide that very same password we used during encryption. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we have a decrypted document. Let's check it. All right, this is original content. And now I'm going to delete these two files, and I'm going to show you another way to encrypt this original text. So I'm going to say Openssl. We are going to proceed with encryption. I'm going to use this very same algorithm, so AES 128. I'm going to input file of example. Output is going to be enc.txt like previous time, but now we are going to use key salt. Salt is another interesting and very useful cryptographic technique, but I'm going to explain it a little bit better in some of upcoming episodes, in order not to complicate things now. And another interesting key, it's dash small letter k. And in here, I'm going to provide my passphrase. So by using small letter key, we can provide passphrase as argument. And I'm going to press enter now. Okay, we need space in between K and password. All right, and let's see what we have in here. Our content is properly encrypted. So now I'm going to decrypt this using very same technique. So I'm going to use Openssl enc D for decryption. Of course, our algorithm is AES 128, and now for input we are going to use enctxt. For output we are going to use dectxt. Okay, and now I'm going to provide password as argument, so my password. During decryption you don't have to provide key salt. Okay, let's see what we have in our decryption txt. Original content, of course. Once again, I'm going to delete these two files. And final thing in this episode that I'm going to show you how to use, it's dash capital key and dash IV. So first, with command -k, you are going to provide passphrase as plain text. With command -K, you have to provide hexadecimal value. But what is the catch? If you provide passphrase as plain text, IV is going to be calculated from it. If you use command -K, you have to provide IV yourself, of course in hexadecimal form. So now what we are going to do, I'm going to type Openssl, of course ENC for encryption. We are going to use very same algorithm, so AES 128. We are going to use input our file that we are going to encrypt, so example. Of course, output is going to be enc.txt. We are going to provide salt. Now we are going to provide command capital key. And now I'm going to provide password, but every character must be hexadecimal. Let's say something like this. Okay, and now we are going to provide initialization vector. But keep in mind that during decryption you would have to provide both key and initialization vector again in order for this to work. So now I'm going to press enter. Okay, and we have our encrypted document. Let's see it. Everything is right. Now we are going to decrypt it, and don't worry about these warnings for now. We are going to talk about all of this in upcoming episodes. So I'm going to use this very same command in order to keep this content. So we don't need salt now. We are going to provide D for decryption, and for input we are going to use ENC, and for output DEC.txt. All right, let's try it. Okay, let's see what we have. Original content, of course. So guys, that's all for this episode. I hope that you have learned something interesting, so please like, subscribe, and see ya!